And here we go again, potentially the last game of the BGC, the Brazil Game Cup, the biggest LAN tournament pretty much in South America, and we're glad we can bring this to you. We are HeflaTV, my name is HeflaMo, coming with me is Mr. Michael Loris, and yeah, last game was dominated by Pain. Isurus, they already were one game down because they came out of the loser bracket, Pain came out of the winner bracket, and that was a 1-0, made it a 2-0. And now we have to see. Going 3-0 home would kinda be bad news, kinda embarrassing. So Isurus, if you lose at least 3-1, or turn it completely around and we have a 3-2 win by Isurus. This is something we're gonna find out. So Mike, let's go, hop in the draft.
Yeah, it's really tough for Isurus to do that. Winning that many games in a row is difficult in any scenario, let alone when you're sitting on stage and you have a lot of pressure on you. But if you're going to be winning, then picking up a Razor first is certainly a good way to start, along with the Earthshaker, which did very limited amounts of work in the last game. He didn't really have that many opportunities. The roaming from Isurus never really came together, and it hurt them in the end. So Razor, Earthshaker, a nice way to start. Then on the other side, Death Prophet's going to be the first pick, followed up once again with another Sand King. The last Sand King was actually pretty remarkable, so it's a little bit more understandable why you would pick that up this early.
Yep, absolutely. So double stun, Death Prophet. The win rate of this Death Prophets here in this game is damn high. I mean, in this tournament, I think did any Death Prophet lose? I have to go through all watts to find this out, but I think it's just one of the Death Prophets lost in the entire tournament. So yep, that's definitely good news for Pain, going along the statistics at least.
She's an incredibly powerful hero, even though she is technically nerfed and slightly weaker than she was in the last patch. The fact of the matter is she could still do a lot of magic damage, she could still do a lot of physical damage, she could kill off towers, she's very tanky, or she gets to the point where she's very tanky, and she even has a little bit of utility with that silence, so it's really the all-in-one package as long as you don't get completely isolated and destroyed, which is always a possibility, although if you play well, you're generally not going to be under that much threat. The bans are out now, Scarith Mage, Tidehunter, being kicked out from Isurus. Just want to get rid of any of that giant AoE, and Pain once again going to give a lot of respect bans over towards Isurus and the Meepo, towards fullback, and the Storm towards DDX.
Yep, and also no Mappo. Like, that was pretty much the only thing Pain was scared of last game. Everything else, like, they knew the Chronospheres, they weren't great, they didn't have to fear too much right click of the Void. The Void almost killed himself if he focused the Spectre, for example. Like Earthshaker, Scarith Mage, they just had probably one of their most painful games ever, because they were almost killed by only the Haunt illusions. So yeah, with no Meepo, Isurus needs something else really strong. Pain is going for Visage. That's interesting. Like, nice approach. Do we see a Draw Ranger?
Usually
they
does
played it already once,
your...
I have to say that, sorry. Like, they actually played this already once this tournament.
Did it work?
Yes.
You remember? It worked?
Well, they won everything.
Oh, they haven't dropped a game yet?
I don't think so, no. They haven't dropped a game. They won all the best of 1 tournaments. They had only one best of 3, that was against Keed. They made that 2-0, and that put them into the grand final. So, yes, they're undefeated.
That is damn impressive. I was going to say, when you do pick up a Visage, generally that is showing that you plan on picking up the Drow Ranger down the line, and so far Isurus don't really have great heroes in order to deal with the Drow. Ancient Apparition can't get close. Earthshaker can potentially if he gets a Blink Dagger, but the odds of that happening and getting the jump on the Drow Ranger are slim, as Drow Ranger at that point will be very stacked. Pain Gaming with Death Prophet and only one melee hero in the Sand King could go for a Drow Ranger here, and Isurus, they have to adapt their lineup in order to deal with that Drow. The Storm Spirit ban makes even more sense now. It's not just a respect ban, it's a ban to potentially protect the very fragile, very glass cannon-y hero of the Drow. And Isurus, with this Visage on the field now, they're definitely going to take their time and think about what they want. They need heroes with mobility. If you get into the face of the Drow Ranger, not only does she lose her marksmanship bonus, but everyone else on the team also drops in damage substantially because of that. So it's important to pick up someone like Storm Spirit or Slark or anyone with a blink in order to punish that hero.
Yep, absolutely. PA! Wow, now I love it. Now we just need a draw, and then we have like actually amazing draft on both sides. Phantom Assassin, Razor as the cause, Ancient Aberration on top of it, the Earthshaker stun. I definitely love it. Like for Phantom Assassin, It's one of those heroes, okay, where a bit RNG is involved, but the potential on this hero is just amazing. Like, if she's just getting anywhere close to how fed the Spectre was, for example, last games, those random crits, they just... The funny part is, like, for a caster, it's sometimes really pain because they're jumping and you're like, oh, no, no, oh, damn, it's already over because she just critted him for like 1,200. That's
Yeah.
more tread late game. I love it.
It's a tough life for us casters when the PA is on the field, but this is going to mean that Pain Gaming absolutely, absolutely do not want a Drow Ranger on their team, because Phantom Assassin pretty much demolishes Drow Ranger every single day of the week. Having a hero that could both blink in and make you lose damage is bad enough, and then when you have that hero have evasion, and a pretty broken amount of evasion as well, 50%, it's exactly what the Drow Rangers not want to be going up against. So this is pretty much the perfect pick for Isurus in order to deny the Drow Ranger to Pain Gaming. And it's still fine just to have Visage and Sand King. Like, Visage is a decent enough hero by himself. He has a lot of burst damage, and his magic damage can punish the low HP pools of Isurus' heroes. But, yeah, they would like to have a Drow, and it's not going to happen, or it shouldn't happen. If it is going to happen, that's a terrible, huge mistake. But they still could pick up their cores, and oh man, Pain.
Yeah,
why
it
are you
happened.
doing this to me? Don't do this. Drow Ranger is absolutely terrible versus PA.
Yep, it is. Against PA, it's not a good pick. And this is probably the reason they were considering it so long, because they used almost a minute of their extra time to think about this, but they were like, you know what? We just go for this. We are 2 games ahead, and we have our Visage now. Our plan was Drow Ranger, and Isurus made sort of like a, let's say, counter pick. But if this Drow Ranger gets a lot of farm and gets a MKB in her hand, then Phantom Assassin is pretty much, yeah, taken out. Unless she's just critting faster than Drow Ranger can shoot.
Yeah, I don't see this Drow Ranger getting off to a good start. The only way that Drow is going to have a nice time is if Baga's Sand King, I'm assuming it's Baga's Sand King, if he's just constantly on point protecting the Drow Ranger, if she gets a Blink Dagger and keeps her distances very, very far, and if they kill Phantom Assassin repeatedly and Drow Ranger gets free farm. That's obviously quite a laundry list of things that has to go right for Pain in order to secure this Drow Ranger their space. They don't have many great peeling heroes either. It's just the Sand King pretty much. No real stuns outside of that for Pain, so this is going to be tough times. We're going to see a Bat Rider being banned out. I do like that ban from Isurus. When you're working with the Drow Ranger, you have to, first of all, target the ranged heroes, but also make sure that she doesn't get free space to shoot, and that's exactly what Bat Rider does. And then Pain Gaming, they're going to kick out the Clockwork.
Yep, pretty much. Clockwork, that would be bad news, like, because you don't want to have a Phantom Assassin in there. That's something that could definitely kill her. Puck, okay, that's some nice initiation. So when it comes to initiation, we definitely have now 1, 2 Blink Dagger targets, another one on, or heroes, another one on Pain's side with the Sand King. For initiation, actually, Pain is kind of initiation starved, because we have the Death Prophet, Drow Ranger, and Visage. None of them really initiation heroes, only the Sand King can make the plays. Let's see how fast he gets the Blink Dagger. In comparison to Earthshaker, definitely way, way faster if he gets that space in the jungles on the stacks farm. Phantom Assassin is also, in my opinion, like an underrated initiation hero, because you have like a huge range on that stifling. I always say stifling dagger for some reason. Sorry, I'm a gringo. No, but it's really underrated. Like, you can spam that stuff so much. It's slow, and you can really put people in position, especially when it's daytime. You can do a lot of things with it, and then whenever you choose, you just get in range and jump on it. So it keeps people away, it prevents blink daggers, and you can jump on them because they're slowed. And that slow is very long and very painful sometimes.
Yeah, if you get a crit off your Stifling Dagger on someone like a Sand King, then suddenly they don't want to fight anymore. Pain Gaming, their last pick. I do like this pick. Again, if you're going to be going for a Drow Ranger, you need to be picking up ranged heroes in order to get full benefit off of her aura. And you generally want to have a tanky front line so that the Drow Ranger has someone to hide behind. Viper is both of those things, and I think, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, hero to partner up with the Drow. So, Pain Gaming, their lanes are going to be extremely strong. Isurus have some pretty decent lanes as well, but Shaker Ancient Apparition can't really roam, whereas Sand King Visage, you know, if they have smokes, if Sand King starts with boots, then they could roam a lot better than Isurus. So, it's going to be up to Pain's laning stage to win the game. Otherwise, they're just at such an inherent hero disadvantage and matchup disadvantage that I don't see them coming back in a late game fight.
Yep. What we actually saw in that game where Pain already picked the Drow Ranger Visage combination is that they worked a lot with those birds. Those birds are just pain in the butt. That's balls to the walls, whatever you want to describe it. Like, it is a very nasty combination. Like, those birds were always in position whenever. For those who wonder who is Fernanda, that's the blonde gamer girl, and the name of the other one is Stella. But yeah, it's
important
funny
for everyone to know that.
Yeah, they're like the gamers, the players are in the lobby all the time, like grill, 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 grill. But I'm not gonna continue on this grill stuff because apparently there are some people who don't like it. Either way, what did I just say? Yeah, whenever like there are creeps coming towards the base, disabling the backdoor protection, they send the familiars in, even if the familiars are getting farmed, and they get always significant damage on it. Like in that game where we saw it, that was quite amazing. The Razor, maybe a bit out of position here, but there's no stun or nothing to hold him in place, and that gives us the time to introduce it. I'll let you start, but don't take Isurus.
Okay, I'm gonna go for Pain side then. We got ADR playing the Drow Ranger. Good luck to him in this game. Baga is once again going to be playing the Sand King. Played a decent one last game. We'll see if he can repeat perform. Ned is going to be supporting as well as on the Visage, King RD on the Death Prophet. That leaves written text on the Viper, currently heading up towards top solo, it looks like.
Yep, and on the other side, camping already the bottom rune, we have fullback on the Earthshaker. Definitely not his game. And Papita on the Razor, I really hope he has a better game this time, because his Void was everything but impressive. I have to say it, and I don't want to sound rude, but like really the Void, it came down to this. But oh, there's already a nice little engagement. Who's gonna get that rune? It's a regeneration rune, but oh, they just gonna ignore that rune. It's gonna be the Knight and Baga. Oh god, he has Burst Strike first point, but the problem is he's faster. Prawn boots are just value items, but oh, that right click. And there's another Fisher. Where's the right click? The right click is missing. I can't even believe it. He's chasing this. He's chasing this. They need vision on it. They're still chasing. Where's that goddamn last right click? But Peter is giving it away. He's actually getting the first blood, but they're gonna get the return kill. And now with that first point in Frost Arrow, they have the slow they need here on fullback. Run, little Earthshaker, run! Like through the neutral creeps, maybe the deny. Oh, on the other side out, them jukes are real, but Net is there. The right clicks, and he's way faster. This is a 2-8-5. Eating through this. Oh, the denies on the neutrals. There it is. It's real. It's in the end just a 1-1 trade. Nice deny, nice jukes, and I can finally finish my introduction if you let me. DDX is in the mid, and top we're gonna have Nadara and Dota, but all of them are not really interesting because action is in bottom lane.
The Earthshaker could have lived if he just ran up. Like, I don't know why he kept running to the hard camp. Like, he seemed to think that the Drow Ranger was right behind him, but if he was actually looking at the map, then he would realize that that certainly was not the case. So fullback kind of voluntarily denying himself for whatever reason. That is going to be first blood, going the way of the Razor, a fantastic way for Isurus to start. Losing the Sand King, not a terribly huge deal for Pain, and they do get something in the end. It is going to be, who got the kill? It was just the creeps that got the kill, or the tower, or something like that, and it is ultimately going to be a 1-for-1 in the end. 2-for-1 is not accurate.
Yep, 2-for-1 is not accurate. That was a nice deny, and to be honest, with his pool, I mean, if you actually consider, like, you say like, yes, he could have lived and everything, but the deny is way better, more efficient, because he's faster back to the lane. If he would have survived, he needed to like walk all the way north, region up, and come back to lane. That would have been more time than this, and he had no gold anyway. He had 56 gold at the time he was dying, so who cares?
I mean, the way it worked out is, oh, mid lane, King RT's going to fight DDX, and he's going to lose. The Chilling Touch going to give them just enough damage. But yeah, the way it worked out is going to be nice for the Earthshaker. But the risk that he took with trying to go for the deny was unnecessary and could have severely costed him. Because if he died right there instead of getting the deny off, then suddenly you feel like an absolute idiot because you could have had a free path home. So yeah, just what should have happened, what did happen, it's going to be in the past. Earthshaker is going to be going down only once for now. It is a nice little duel over in the mid lane. Puck versus Death Prophet is actually a pretty nice lane for the Puck. He could dodge most of the damage that King RD has, and he is going to be down in base damage because he's working up against the Precision Aura from the Drow, but it's not anything that the Puck can't overcome.
Yep, absolutely. And well, so far it's all a good start. Like, this is how we want to see a grand final game. I like the drafts, very similar drafts as in the potential that's coming out, even though the familiar and the rat potential is way higher on Pain, while I think the late game potential and like the RNG crits and stuff, this can be really nasty on Isurus. So yeah, I didn't expect anything less of this game. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is this dual lane versus the tri lane. Whenever like Baga is gonna join this on level 2 or level 3, let's see. Maybe they just want to play it out as a well, that came a random Fisher, but this is just yeah, random Fisher. Oh, but Viper getting reloaded was Stifling Digger and the Cold Feet. They're gonna get that kill on the offlane Viper. That's definitely good news for Dota.
I'm actually surprised Nadira has cold feet at all. There's no setup for that, so he's not going to get the freezing effect, or she shouldn't get the freezing effect. Regardless, it is a kill on the Viper, and now they're going to try to go for bottom lane. A couple spells being thrown here and there. Baga actually trapped, has to Burst Strike down to the low ground, knows this. Sandstorm's head, now Burst Strike onto Pepita. He is tagged with the Frost Arrows and the Gust as well. Second deny? Second deny?
Oh,
it's going to be a kill for the Drow Ranger.
That would have been
Drow Ranger ultimately gets that one. Razor did not have a way out of that, except for that deny, so that was the right play. But at the end of the day, it's going to be Viper going down in exchange for the Razor. Pretty even as far as who dies, and it's going to be, well, slight gold going towards either end.
Yep, absolutely, and well, that would have been just too amazing if those two mud golems would have just punched him, and that would have been a second denied. Like, then Pain would be like, oh damn it, Baga, go in the jungle, kill all those creeps so they don't have anything to deny. But now he's doing the double pulls, and with those golems down, he should be level 3, I think. But oh, I think there's another go on the Viper. Yes, they go for it, and this is another kill. Dota, he's rocking the show at the moment, but he's out of regeneration. There's nothing on the Ancient Apparition either, so yeah, he has to get somehow HP back ASAP.
Yeah, he is going to get a salve ferried out to him, but this Viper having a lot more trouble than I really would expect. He is a generally tanky hero, level 2 Corrosive Skin, maybe should be level 3 because he's dealing up against the Ancient Apparition, and that Chilling Touch really does hurt. Like, you have to take some serious precautions to keep yourself alive versus that, so maybe a little bit of a misskill from the Viper, costing him a couple of kills, but I mean, a couple deaths rather. But the Viper really doesn't need that much. Like, the fact that he is going down isn't really going to be huge for Pain because they do have the synergy between the Viper and Drow. So no matter what, Viper's going to be doing a lot of damage. He would like to have a lot more. Obviously, getting the mech for his team is going to be really nice. But as long as he doesn't play this too fast and loose, I don't think he should be dying anymore. He really shouldn't be dying at all in this lane, honestly.
Yep, absolutely. And they just arrived the salve for Dota, so he's full HP. What do you think is he going for? Like, what kind of approach do we see on this?
For the Phantom Assassin, I think the most important thing is being able to stick on your targets, especially in this game when your target is going to be Drow Ranger. Getting a BKB at some point is going to be a necessity. I don't know if he's going to want to go for it first. It might just be Helmet Dominator, Basher kind of build, and then go for BKB whenever he feels comfortable.
So you want to you want to see lifesteal on her? Yeah, I mean, I'm also a fan of the lifesteal on the PA, but not every PA is building it. And also, by the way, about the the build coming out on the Ancient Apparition, which is already level 6. Actually, oh my god, in the mid, the Ice Blast is gonna hit there, and if there's a Waning Rift, no, I can't believe that. That was a Haste Rune on him. The Haste Rune saving his life there. Without Haste Rune, that Ice Blast would have hit Waning Rift, and that might have been a shatter target. But this way, DDX is, yeah, not gonna get that kill. But wow, this Ancient Apparition, 6 minutes in, with those 2 kills and pulling all the time, he done a great job leveling up. Like, in comparison, he's just the same level as the Drow at the moment. Looking at the other supports in comparison, level 4, 3, even the Race is level 5. Ancient Apparition, just too strong.
I mean, when you do get 2 kills, you kind of are expected to have quite a nice advantage. You're going to throw an Ice Ball down towards bottom, and if Ned gets hit with this, I think he's just going to die. The Plasma Field is not available, but Ned is most certainly going to shatter to this one, unless the Razor just kills him. Razor's going to kill him, so a very easy kill, and Isurus are going to make use of this early Ancient Apparition level 6. It's an ultimate that you can make plays around, much like the Shadow Shaman's wards. If you get an early Ice Blast, you'll be able to get kills which ordinarily are just so out of reach. So a huge pickup for this AA, and it's confirming farm for the PA as well. So Pain, they're definitely on the back foot, and unlike last game, their Sand King is not getting that much farm. He doesn't have as many stacks up, and he's really struggling to clear. He's not being pressured that much by Isurus, to be fair, but I don't know if he's going to have the same impact as he had last game.
Oh, look at the PA going really ham on that Viper, and that's it. The next Stifling Dagger is going to finish it, but the Ancient Apparition was faster with the Cold Feet, just making sure that the kill is secured, and this Viper is not gonna be happy. I actually like the fact that he went for Headrest first instead of Buckler. Usually we see the other way around because the Buckler, like from what you gain, is higher. But oh, there's a nice stun. It's coming now, and the stun is actually on the draw. Who's gonna... Oh, the plasma field. It's too small.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with this headdress thing, but the buckler is almost objectively a better item. The armor would have helped him, and he probably would have made him survive.
That's what I'm saying. No, but like for his lane, I had the feeling that the headdress might be better because he was out of regeneration, and he was under the tower all the time, and he got like stifling dagger all the way. So he needed something to regen up. So I thought that maybe the headdress is a better idea. That Dulce is just diving him and even getting him with the Viper Strike on him. That's something I didn't take into account there. So yeah, you're right. But the problem is, even with the buckler, it would not have made a difference. The headdress just made it possible that he's a bit longer on lane.
Yeah, but it is like an investment of 200 gold that really doesn't do anything. You amplify it to the aura and get a little bit of stats. Not really too useful. Fullback is going to be caught out with a burrow strike. This might be the death of the Shaker. He's going to throw out a fissure. That's going to do absolutely nothing. Here comes the puck, however. It's going to be death of the Earthshaker. Now the Sand King in a little bit of trouble. The birds are going to fly in. Baga has a Sandstorm available to him. He's going to miss the burrow strike. His puck does jaunt up towards the north, where he's going to try to run towards his friendly AA. That will buy him his escape, but it is going to be at the end, a kill for Pain. Getting a pick on the Earthshaker is not huge, but it's certainly very nice.
Yeah, but they're gonna get some damage at least into the tier 1 tower, unless of course it's Cliff, which is happening right now. Oh, nice Ice Blast again flying. It's gonna hit. No, it's not gonna hit on anyone, but they don't need it because ADR is already down. Papita, there's the stick and they have to use it. Even DDX, man, you gotta be careful. Those ghosts are still haunting you and he has to go back, otherwise King RD will finish him off with a Crypt Swarm. But yeah, there was actually another train of thought I completely interrupted about AA. Like in this tournament I actually saw also a very interesting build coming out of AA. 1 point only in Chilling Touch, and the rest of the points were 4 points Cold Feet, 4 points Vortex. Like right off the bat. That was a very interesting build, and it actually looked quite good. The extra damage on a support, and the Vortex obviously providing like additional slow, and of course they had some magical setup as well. So it was actually quite a decent thing to see. This time it's a more mixed build. It's like at the moment 2-2-2-1 build, okay? But sure, why not?
Yeah, the build on Ancient Apparition is almost entirely going to be dependent on what your teammates have. The more stuns you have, the more lockdown you have, the better Cold Feet gets, because obviously chances are higher that you're actually going to be able to freeze your targets. In this scenario, when you only have the Phantom Assassin to help out, Cold Feet gets a lot worse, and you're most of the time going to be prioritizing Ice Vortex in some way. So, I mean, this is, I would say, inappropriate skill build for AA in this particular scenario. There's no reason to go for 2 Cold Feet, I would say. It's probably just best kept at 1, or maybe even 0 in this game.
Well, he doesn't agree with you, but I like the combination of the Cold Feet plus the Stifling Dagger, simply because, like, if you're heading north and the Stifling Dagger comes on you and the Cold Feet at the same time, turn rate plus you being slowed, that is almost like a proc already on that Cold Feet. If you don't react immediately, you are stunned by the Cold Feet. So that's actually a quite nice combination, but
he needs the Shaker to really do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when Cold Feet gets amazing, when you could Stifling Dagger Fissure and then get the freeze effect with the feet, but the Fissure has not really been there ever. Fullback and Nidar have been playing on separate lanes.
And the Mordred, that's quite interesting, even though she has amazing farm, like started with 2 kills on the Viper and like pretty much free farm on lane, going for like small intermediate items like Pullman Shield, Aquila, drums, like a not finished like magic stick. But yeah, getting that tower top, that's kinda a given. They forget to use the cliff still. No, actually there it comes on the last hit.
And ADR is going to want to move in. Dulce wants this tower so badly. There's the tower deny as he does snipe it out. Now the Frost Arrow is going to miss on the PA. Burrow Strike will miss as well. That's a level 3 Burrow Strike, and it was just short, so a little bit unfortunate. I think if the Frost Arrow landed, it would have been a kill. But fortunately for the PA, 20% evasion with just 1 point in a skill is pretty damn good. So tower denied at the end for Pain. They're going to be very happy about that. I think the Phantom Assassin, if the Sand King wasn't teleporting in, could have easily gone on top of that drow and killed her so very easily.
Oh, but what is this? Fullback next to the Viper, but Viper didn't even see it, didn't even bother. Did he think that was an illusion, or was he just blind? Did he look somewhere else on the map? That was bad news, but oh, the Familiars are scouting. He's going this way around, they don't see him anymore, so I don't know how Fullback survived this, but he did. Viper Strike and the slow, I think that might have been enough, especially if the birds get like this, the stun up after he put out his Fissure. But yeah, I don't know, Viper blind, confirmed.
Radiant's courier also went down during that. It was Isurus who were pretty much camping out near the Radiant secret shop, and the courier was flying out, got the Eul Scepter parts, or was waiting for the Voidstone gold. Either way, it's going to be King RD without his Eul Scepter for at the very least another 3 minutes, and that's actually a pretty large setback. The Eul Scepter in this game is going to keep her alive versus the Phantom Assassin, and it's going to help keep everyone else alive versus the PA as well, so not having this item is going to mean less mana, less movement speed, and less survivability in general. It's a fantastic pick-off for Isurus. They're in complete control of this game, and if they just stay the course, get more farm on the PA, and not lose anyone, as they haven't lost many people yet, then they'll be able to easily clean this game up. Again, even though the Drow Ranger does have a Hand of Midas, it's not going to be enough because it doesn't matter how much the Drow Ranger has. As long as PA is in this game, she's going to win.
Oh, and the Drow Ranger. That Drow Ranger is running into his death right there. And yeah, I don't even need to comment this. This is just a given that he's going down. Nice little smoke gank. 100 gold for 290 and some experience on a Drow. They tried to get something in the mid at least for it. King RD. Oh, the Mortar is actually jumping on him, but immediately getting silenced. The Ice Blast also completely off target. But the Razor is still in there, and that should be a kill on. Oh, that with this Burst Strike, this Epicenter, it does hurt so much. This is 3 down, but the puck is gonna clean up. This is 1 kill. This is the second. Wow. Okay, DDX saved the day there.
Yeah, DDX coming in, cleaning up everyone in the Viper. Unfortunately, I think up towards top and didn't have a TP scroll. For whatever reason, he wasn't in that fight, and if he had a mech, if the team had a mech, that would have been, I think, everyone from Pain surviving and maybe even the puck going down. So
at least
Viper at the wrong place at the wrong time, and that's going to mean a whole bunch of kills for Isurus, whereas they really shouldn't have gotten those kills. I mean, puck was really late, and he was just in time to clean up as opposed to the Viper, who was way too late. So Pain, they get a nice set of pickoffs on the PA, and really they get a lot more than I really expected. A beautiful Burrow Strike to set most of that up with the Blink Dagger fresh from Baga, but it's not really going to be that relevant because of the puck arrival.
Yeah. There was so much action that I barely saw that Epicenter, but that was Burrow Strike and Epicenter of almost all ticks there on the 3 targets. That was really, really good. That was a nice setup, but oh, whoa, PA just critted like 40R down there. Whoa.
That's not surprising at all. I mean, if the Phantom Assassin actually runs into the Drow Ranger is screwed. There's no 2 ways about it, and that's exactly what happened. The Gust is, I guess, kind of nice, but you can't fight back as Drow Ranger. You just have to run and hope your allies are going to be there to save you, and clearly they weren't.
500 crits by now. Like, we're 16 minutes in and she's critting for 500 Baga. That's an awkward position with the Fissure, Vortex, but not with the Blink Dagger up. He can easily escape there. But yeah, 500 crits. That's where we are, Mike. That is just the start. 16 minutes in.
Pretty scary, and Phantom Assassin's not being stopped at all by anyone of Pain. And even though the Phantom Assassin's getting a whole lot, the rest of the team is getting a lot as well. I mean, the puck is 4-0-1. The Razor has his mech up already, and that's mirrored mech from the Viper. So Isurus, they're pretty much sitting pretty. The Aghanim Scepter is slowly being worked on by the Ancient Apparition, who has about a point booster more than he ordinarily would have at this stage of the game. Everything is going well for Isurus, and Pain, their early game did not work. It's kind of to be expected. They are at such a lane disadvantage, and now Grintex is going to get... it's actually going to be Fullback to get hit with the Burrow Strike. Ancient Apparition will throw the Ice Blast, hit the Viper, but Fullback's going to go down. Can they get anyone else? Baga is going to try to look for Nadara. No cooldowns available, so it's going to be free TP out for the AA, but maybe not for Pepita, who's going to be cornered. There's a potential for a Burrow Strike. Where's the Sand King? Where did he go? Baga, where are you going, man? It's the other way.
Also the Eul Scepter. Like, King RD didn't go that one step here into the trees. Didn't go in here to use the Eul Scepter. So Pepita, it's a miracle, but he's getting out. He's getting out there. I mean, they still got the tier 1 tower, all that just for the Earthshaker. And at the same time, Dota is just pushing and farming. He just keeps on farming. Stick is, stashed at the moment, and we have, Mithril Hammer is coming out, and the next step will be the BKB. So, except for those intermediate items, we were pretty, on point with what he wants to go for. Oh, a nice little familiar kill. That's 100 gold for the puck. But yeah, BKB is like the first big item we have coming out on her.
Yeah, BKB on the Phantom Assassin will mean that she is literally going to be running without any counters from Pain. Maybe if you consider Viper Strike a counter, I don't really, but Phantom Assassin with BKB is going to be terrifying. And Pain, they have a Blink Dagger on the Drow Ranger to maybe keep her safe. ADR is very deep in the enemy side of the map, trying to get some farm where it's probably honestly safer than it is on her side of the map. But still, this Drow Ranger is going to be food, and the rest of the team for Pain, I don't really know if they could do anything once their Drow Ranger is running away like this. Like, she's giving her team 40 damage with the aura, and that's pretty substantial, especially when you amplify that to the birds. But if the Drow Ranger goes down, and it is expected that she does go down, then the rest of the team not really doing that much. The mech on the Viper is nice. The Yule Scepter and soon-to-be BKB on the Death Prophet certainly nice as well, but Isurus have all that and then more. And then they're going to go for mid lane, where they're going to land the Frost Blast with the King RD. The coil is there, and Death Prophet's down. Rotation in from Pain, teleporting 2 heroes in. It's way too late to save their hero friend.
That was the longest death of all times. That Ice Blast came from really, really far away, and yeah, all he had to do is like wait if it lands and then Waning Rift, and that's pretty much it. Like a very easy kill on a Death Prophet. It's nothing he can do. All he can do is slow it down a bit with a Yule Scepter. By the way, ADR had a very nice farm position. He was actually for a long time in the enemy jungle. Now he's going for a Blink Dagger, and I don't support this item at all, because Stifling Dagger, like if you don't see like DPA coming, like he's gonna disable that dagger all the time. It's nothing I really support. Plus there's Ice Blast. If that's ticking on you, you can't really do anything, and they have a lot of ranged initiation things they can, I don't know, catch you pretty much. I mean, just look at DDX, like blink or forward, and then that one blink dagger doesn't really help you. I don't support this item on the draw.
It's not the best item on the Drow in this game, but then again, even if she was going for like a man-fighting build, that wouldn't be doing anything either. Really, there are no good ways for Drow Ranger to spend her gold in this game. So if you get a Blink Dagger, if you get a Helm of the Dominator, hell, I don't really care. You're probably not going to be doing anything anyway. So maybe this Blink Dagger is going to save her. If she's really quick on the draw, she'll be able to get herself out from Stifling Daggers, but I don't know. I guess the Blink Dagger is going to be potentially the safest item for her.
Look at the courier. There's some tasty recipes in there. Ice Blast flying top. Okay, that's on Baga as well. So no Blink Dagger for him for quite a while, but yeah, look what's coming out there. That's a level 2 Dagon and the BKB done on Dota. So that's like 2 big steps for Isurus at the moment. More burst damage on DDX, especially burst damage plus Ice Blast. That's always bad news. Like by now, Phantom Assassin with that new BKB is critting for 600. And let's see, maybe we're gonna see that BKB first time in use.
Epicenter being channeled, the Burrow Strike is there. They will be able to burst down Dulce. Mech is not going to help her, although it might get her a little bit more space. It will be just enough. 90 HP. Dulce is going to survive. Now GDX is going to come in, put a lot of damage to Death Prophet. Yules up into the air. King RD is going to get zapped back on her way down. Now fullback's going to get gone upon by the Familiars with the extra damage from the Jar Ranger, who's currently nowhere near this fight. Actually, ADR has revived Pita right on top of him. That was a survival of the Phantom Assassin. It was the mech from the Razor that really did the difference there, and I thought they had enough damage, but I guess with level 4 Blur, you can never really get enough physical survivability. It is going to be Nadara still potentially in a little bit of trouble. He is going to get Burrow Strike and very quickly brought down. So it is going to be a 2-for-1, I want to say, but maybe not in total, as DDX is going to try to get away from 4DR and the Viper. It's going to be just enough damage. That was pretty bold from the puck to do that, but it's going to give Pain quite a bit, actually. It's survival of the Phantom Assassin, which is nice for Isurus, but they lost a lot of heroes after that.
Yeah, like, first I wanted to say, like, wow, that was actually a good trade. I mean, a Prophet, a simple Prophet for, like, only a Earthshaker, but in the end, Isurus made a move that, yeah, definitely turned this into Pain's favor. Absolutely. That was a 3-for-1 trade overall, and a tier 1 as the icing on top of the cake. Oh, but nice Ice Blast flying here on Baga, and PA hunting him down, not having the vision. It's even nighttime, so it makes it even harder. So Baga getting out here, finding even a new rune. Yep, using his bounty and 3 charges of his bottle now. That's an easy restore for him to full mana, full HP.
That last fight, ADR was technically there, although couldn't really do that much. Was zoned out almost completely just by Pepita alone, and really, that actually could have been a lot worse for Pain, as the Jar Ranger didn't die there. She was keeping her distance and she was safe, but she actually wasn't relevant. So this is pretty much the situation that Pain have chosen them for themselves. They really wanted to get this Drow Ranger, and hell, as long as she gets some farm, at least her teammates will be doing a lot more damage. So Death Prophet and Viper going to be very, very relevant heroes, plus the familiars as well. So they are going to struggle for sure, but if they can make fights like that happen, then they'll be fine. The only problem is getting those fights to happen is going to be very difficult against Isurus, especially since now Earthshaker has his Blink Dagger. These fights from Isurus are going to get so much stronger from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely. 14, 11 and 14. Oh, but they have a nice little go here. Oh, and he pops his ultimate. The silence, however, is not on target, but still, DDX, no. That's his last wish, the Dream Coil. But maybe with fallback, there is a Fissure, but well, he's gonna eat a Viper Strike right away, and all those goes still getting him down. This is a 2 for 0 trade, but now more trade is coming in. Grand XD is pretty much a given already. The question is, what do they get afterwards? King RD, he's slowed, it's even a crit, and all they have to do is now jump on him. Yulsep buying some time, all the goes, but they give it up. They're not jumping on it. Now they are, but yes, it is a kill. But the epicenter, look at it, and no vision. No vision, nobody can come. Nobody has anything, or do we? No, Ancient Apparition also completely empty. No vision.
That was only 3 heroes from Pain doing quite a lot of work. The Visage wasn't in the area. He had 1 bird there for a little bit, though it didn't last for very long, so that wasn't really relevant. ADR was nowhere close to that. The damage the Viper's putting out, as well as the Death Prophet, is legit. And if you could wait for those epicenters to land, even though that only was on the Razor, it still did a substantial amount of damage. And if Pain had everyone up there, I don't think Isurus would have gotten away with anybody. It would have been a clean sweep for Pain. But again, not taking the fight where you have numbers advantage is going to lead to some sort of disadvantage, and it's going to be the end result. It is still going to be to their benefit to take that fight. Like, they did come out kills ahead, but they ended up losing Viper and Death Prophet, and they are the most important heroes for Pain. They're so much more important than the Drow.
Absolutely, and well, I mean, the big question mark was for me fullback here, because I think he should have just waited for his team there to come, but instead he came in, set the Fissure to no end in pretty much, and I don't know if that was really worth it. Now we had, actually a nice little smoke. Like, DDX was in the Rush Pit, and from high ground they smoked. And maybe they're even gonna find someone, because there's the Visage. Oh, there's the slow. That should be it, but yeah, that's absolutely it. The Ice Blast, well, only the debuff is gonna be here, but Grand XD, whoa, he's just being out.
He doesn't want any part of that. It's kind of bold. There could have been fissures flying in, although I think they did see fullback, so he knew he was safe. They're gonna try to go for fullback up on top. Baga, actually, he's the only one here, so killing off fullback is going to be a little bit difficult. 1v1 as a support.
Oh, they want to get birds. Look at this bottom here with Chilling Touch. 1, 2. Oh, they need more. And the other bird is also escaping. Even though Ancient Apparition is really trying. And oh, the micro of the birds. That was Miss Micro. He steered that one with the other one, but at the same time, Puck is just blowing up the Sand King top.
I don't know why the hell Sand King was still there. He could not have gotten the kill on the Earthshaker. There's no scenario where that works out, and especially with the Puck rotating in mid lane. King RD is going to be jumped. Ice Blast is going to be dodged by the BKB, and Dulce is not going to be able to chase after this one unless they just want to wait the BKB out. Seems pointless, and it will be so. However, Ancient Apparition really wants this one. Blink forward from the Puck, does not have a coil available, so he's not going to be able to get anything. And now Isurus are a little bit surrounded. It could turn out pretty poorly for them, although ADR and the Viper on the bottom end, they're going to open up with the Gust. Pepita taking a little bit of damage, but he's very tanky. Up towards the north, they have King RD rotating in with the Exorcism already popped, and they're going to isolate and kill off Pepita pretty quickly, although Najara's going to be one to take focus, so he's going to drop first to Viper. Now Dulce in the BKB form, trying to catch up to King RD, but he's constantly getting fogged, and he can't get the jump in. King RD's still alive somehow, though I don't think he's very long for this world. He's going to try to hide in the corner, silencing Dulce. It's not good enough. Burrow Strike coming in a little bit too late, however. DDX taking damage, as is Dulce. That's going to be death of the PA at the very least. I don't think Puck can blink out, although he does get out before this Sandstorm triggers. 2 tower shots and a Drow hit. It's not going to be enough just yet, but Puck should have a free way. No, he's not going to be able to blink. That's going to be 4 for 1. And Pain yet again taking a very nice fight. After all is said and done, they kill all the heroes that they really need to kill, and they don't lose their Drow Ranger. Pain, they're actually fighting back pretty well in this game, despite their hero disadvantage.
Actually, I'm not sure if Pain took a nice fight or if Isurus took a horrible fight.
I mean, doesn't really matter, semantics.
No, it's not semantics. It's just the emphasis really on Isurus throwing away a lot here. And I don't understand why. I really don't understand why. Like, after that exorcism, like, chasing them, like, under the tier 2 tower, ignoring everything around you, and like when you come back from the tier 2 tower, if you're not dead, you will be dead, leaving the supports completely unguarded against the Drow Ranger and the Viper, which they really can't do anything against. This is for me a big throw. This is just underestimating what Pain can do, how Pain can come back. And to be honest, in this 28th minute we're gonna look at the graph, and it's pretty much showing what I'm just talking about. A big throw. This is already, like, the last throw was already that huge 5k jump. Now we have another 2.5k after they lost a bit, and in gold we have pretty much the same development. Like, Isurus had a really tight grip on this game, but they managed to give a lot of it away right now.
I think, yeah, the fight could have been so much better for Isurus if they didn't so desperately chase after that Death Prophet. Like, she's very fast with the phase boots plus the Yule Scepter, and she got all the way back to her tier 2 tower, like behind that area, so Isurus, they wasted a lot of time doing that, and it really allowed Pain to clean up afterwards. It could have been much better for Isurus if they decided to back up, but they didn't, so it's going to cost them. And now the Drow Ranger is actually on top of the net worth chart. Still, I don't know if she could do that much, if she could be that relevant, but I guess at a certain point, with this much net worth, you're going to be doing a lot of damage if you do get the space, plus your allies are going to be doing a lot of damage as well. So Pain, they are going to find themselves in a very good situation considering the circumstances. They're going to get a whole bunch of nice core items up, such as the new Aghanim Scepter for the Visage. There's going to be a completed Manta style on the Drow Ranger whenever the courier decides to ferry that out, with the BKB coming as well. And that should be all of the really substantial items for the game. And Isurus, they're still getting farm in their Phantom Assassin, but she's really not having the effect that I thought Phantom Assassin would have in this game.
Nope. Like, it looked so promising, but with all these chases, it just didn't work. But oh, what a nice epicenter on fullback here. Yeah, he's full down.
Using Epicenter for an Earthshaker kill, I don't know if that's worth it at this case. They really need the Epicenter in order to burst down Phantom Assassin before she gets her BKB, but she does have Aegis. She pretty much soloed that one previously, and Epicenter is going to be down. Isurus are going to want to make something happen off of this, and it might be Baga to feel the brunt of this. He's going to get... he's gone now.
Yep, he is. That was so fast. I just swapped on the corpse of the Sand King there. The last glimpse of the camera, got it. But yeah, I mean, the crits and everything, it's cool. Dota is super farmed, but with the fight performance they did in like the last 2 big fights, they're just giving away too much. That's the problem. It's just not really working out. And puck, okay, that was just a random use the puck and go away. That's pretty much it. Either way, 19 and 20, 30 minutes in. Like, after I saw the start of this game, I would have never expected this score, but Pain, they're striking back. They don't want to go for more games. They just want to make it a clear precision strike on Isurus, apparently.
And this is kind of Isurus way far behind compared to where they should be, especially since they have gone for a Dagon build on Puck. That's the type of item that you go for if you want to extend your effectiveness early on. They're going to go for dual sight over on mid, but DDX is there to ward them away, so no one's going to die right now. But going for a Dagon on Puck is you wanting to go for more early game. That's what the item does. It gives you more damage, more magical damage that is going to eventually be a little bit less relevant later on, but for when you pick it up, it's going to be one of the strongest items in the game. It's not happening right now. They're going to catch 40R potentially, but no, fullback a little bit slow on the draw with the fissure. He let DDX open up, and that was not a good idea. Now they're going to look to potentially turn around. Baga chilling right next to the Puck. There is no one to help out Baga, though he does have an Epicenter. He's spotted. Man, this is just such a weird series of events happening in the jungle.
Yep. I don't think they ever suspected someone behind the trees there, but it was a nice little camping spot. Would have been just nice if he threw an orb over there, see him, and that's pretty much it, because that might have been just an easy kill on Baga. Baga is always known to take these risks. With his Sand King, he's always trying to get in some unexpected positions and then just wait there and get the epicenter up. Overall, you asked if that was really worth it to go for the epicenter for a solo Earthshaker, and yes, it was, because apparently in between those kills there's still enough time to just cool it down. It's ready again, therefore easy one.
Yeah, it did end up being worth it in the end, as Isurus were unable to really pressure that fact, and I mean the Sand King was dead, so can't really do much as Sand King, even if he did have Epicenter up. King RD up on top is going to be initiated upon by the Phantom Assassin. The blast is going to come in as well. Lands squarely onto the Death Prophet. BKB is available for King RD though, and I think it's desperately needed. There it is. Are they going to keep chasing this one? Isurus, They really want this. Dulce is going to jump forward for the Viper, but Baga and Ned are right around the corner. Dulce has an Aegis, and he really wants to get value off it, but here comes the support. Lots of physical damage after Dulce. He will pop the BKB, but he's already down very low. In fact, the Familiars will finish him off. That's Aegis down. The Sand King is stuck in the corner, and he will go down in the meantime. Where's the Drow in all of this? Dulce is here still. DDX going to annihilate the Death Prophet, then get the coil onto the Viper. And I don't think the Viper's going to escape this one either. Put a little bit of damage to fullback. Where the hell is this Drow? She's not having any part of that. She wants to farm. They are going to lose the Earthshaker over on the top lane, but Isurus, they steamroll their way forward using the Aegis, getting some value out of that. They lose a tier 1 tower, but I think they can get a tier 2 in exchange.
Yeah, and those birds, they hit for 172. It's just, ouch. 3 birds, 172. It's just too much. It's, wow. The poor Earthshaker, he barely survived the Viper Strike plus the tower, and then the birds on top of it. Like, even though, like, 1 or 2 birds got cleaned up, it's still definitely worth it. Actually, how many birds did die? Yeah, 1 bird just died. That's pretty much it. I don't know who was the winner of this one. Like, Isurus diving deep, getting more kills, but not really capitalizing on it. I mean, there's nothing really happening afterwards. Just 3 kills ahead now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm missing.
The fact that they didn't capitalize doesn't mean that they didn't come out ahead. I mean, they took that fight so very easily. Killing off Viper and Death Prophet again, the 2 most important heroes for Pain, is going to be worth it almost no matter what, and trading only an Aegis for Earthshaker makes it worth it.
That was with the help of the Aegis as well, because those birds destroyed that Mordred completely. I mean, she started in there, popping the BKB at around 60% HP, then the birds came in and almost obliterated him alone. He tried to run away a bit, but yeah, then Aegis pop, and then making this a good trade, but you don't have an Aegis for all these fights. Next time those birds kill the P8 that early on, that would have never been such a good fight, plus the fact that the Drow is just focusing on a tier 1 tower in the meantime, so fighting 5 on 4 with the Aegis and making it a 1-3 trade. But oh my god, nice stifling dagger, but instant blink away by 40R here.
I mean, the only reason they actually went for that fight that aggressively was because they had the Aegis. That was why they did it. So, I mean, next time they're going to fall back, because Phantom Assassin was very eager to get into that fight because she knew that she was not going to die twice, or it would be very unlikely that she would die twice. It is going to be, once again, Isurus smoked up, and they're going to look down towards the south side. Nidara does have his Aghanim Scepter completed, so that is going to be pretty devastating for the Pain side, especially the Death Prophet. She will not be able to get the heal back from her exorcism if that timing does line up. No one else really going to get hit really hard by that, except for this Viper, who's going to run into a whole bunch of enemy heroes, and although he is pretty tanky, mech Aghanims and all that stuff, it's fantastic, but it's definitely not nearly enough.
Yep, and now that the ultimate is on anyway, they could go. I mean, it's not an Aghanim Scepter Razor, so it doesn't really help with pushing at the moment, but sure it helps with cleaning out a bit. They're gonna get some damage at least on the tier 2 tower. That's at least some progress when we look at the objectives, but I don't know how. It's really just a random pick-up at the moment, like something on top of the gold and XP account, but none of the teams are actually making a move, and I think Pain, they definitely want to have this later. Like, they want to wait, even with the threat of the Phantom Assassin, but they still think that their combination of Visage Drow is gonna make it later.
That's, I would say, fairly even as to who is going to take advantage of this later on. Fullback in the mid lane might be a pick-off that's pretty easily taken by Pain, because here comes King RD from the side. We'll throw the Crypt Swarm, then use Yules to make his own Crypt Swarm miss, so that definitely happened, but they'll get the kill regardless. Earthshaker down. It's a nice little pick-off for Pain, but again, you mentioned it. Can they actually get anything off of this? Technically, they do have the pushing power to do so. However, it's not really going to be allowed, as Queen Dex over on the top lane is going to get jumped upon once again. The mech is going to save him for a little bit more time. DDX instantly going to teleport out, leave Dulce alone to finish this Viper, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The Stifling Dagger will just be enough, and then teleportation attempt from PA. Going to get interrupted. Now the Gust is out, but ADR is going to quickly close the pond, and he quickly loses all his damage, but it will be just enough with the support. ADR is not going to die fast enough from the PA, and that will be a 2-for-1 over on top. They stop the push mid, but that's a very steep cost. Phantom Assassin should not be dying in these circumstances.
Nope, it's definitely, I don't know, it's one of those fights where I just don't think it's really worth it. Like, if he would have, like, instantly TP'd with the BKB, that was a nice escape. but he really wanted that kill on the Viper. But to be honest, that Viper is not fat enough to be even like worth to be chased. Since the puck was already out, I think it might have been even worth to just escape. But he wanted to try, and yeah, he had to pay for it. So he's on the sidelines, and I think now Pain is gonna make something happen because they have an Exorcism top. The Phantom Assassin, I say, the Death Prophet is really, really tanky. The birds are already in position. Yep, I think they're gonna go for it.
There's no reason not to. I mean, you have the Exorcism, you might as well use it, otherwise why do you have it? 40 ADR is going to catch fullback deep within the trees. Ghost Scepter is going to keep him alive for a little while longer as he tries to run his way out of here. He might actually make it. That Ghost Scepter is straight shot through, and Baga missing his Burrow Strike is also going to help the Earthshaker survive. Now he's going to jump right back in for the Echo Slam. ADR is going to take all of that with the BKB, however, doing literally no damage to any heroes. That's going to be a kill on the Earthshaker and a tower down as well. They still can potentially fight as they do have their Exorcism, but Death Prophet dropping pretty low, as did Drow. So they're going to fall back, happy with the fact that they got a tower and a kill for pretty much free.
Yep, that was too much hesitation there on the Earthshaker, but all in the mid. At least they're going to focus on the Viper again, but instant TP, is there anything they can do? No, there's not. Simple TP, holding him in place with the Dream Coil and then not having anything to interrupt the TP. That was a bad idea. In the meantime, though, at least Dota is going for the Roshan. So securing another Aegis, I don't think there's anything happening unless Baga is jumping in and making an awesome move.
Familiars are going to be flying around this area, and Dulce doesn't have any cleave or anything like that, so he can't kill them. And Roshan is going to be spotted out by the Visage, and he'll actually spot out that this is actually something contestable. Dulce is going to get hit once with a stun, then twice, and then potentially 3 times by Roshan. Burrow Strike is in from Baga, but where is everyone else? They're going to catch him finally with the Silence. He's going to have to use his BKB to get out of this one, but the Viper Strike is already thrown, and now he's very slow. The physical damage is going to be extremely high, but he does get the Earthshaker to blink out of, and then a Fissure to slow everyone down again. But the Phantom Assassin now is not willing to fight in this. She needs help if they really want to engage. Ancient Apparition will throw the blast down towards the Roshan pit, and it's dropping very low. This should be an Aegis for ADR, and it will be. Although fullback's going to jump right in, instantly thrown up to the ADR desperately wants the Aegis. He will get it as well. DDX is going to drop so very quickly, and he's going to start for a little while longer, but I think it's going to be a death. Fullback also in the Roshan pit is going to go down. He's going to be dead to Sandstorm? No, it's going to be... Oh, he actually blinks out. They fucked up. They could have gotten that kill with Sandstorm, but he stopped channeling it. Now he needs a blink Burrow Strike to get the kill, and there's no way Baga misses this one, right? Baga, if you mess this one up, come on, there we go. He's going to get the kill. Now here comes Nadara. We'll get the retaliation kill. Sand King really screwing the pooch there, but it will be a kill on 2 heroes. Puck Core is going to be a very nice pickup. Plus, they still have the Aegis. They can actually make a push happen. Even though they don't have Exorcism, they have so much damage due to the Drow Ranger.
Yep, this was a disaster, this Roshan attempt. But yeah, at least maybe with the Ice Blast he's gonna jump on the Viper or anything. No, not even a Stifling Dagger unfortunately coming out. And those birds are just doing work. Nice triple stun, but the Puck, okay, the Puck just killed the Viper with that Dagon. Oh, Dolce, he's running in here, popping the BKB, but this is not gonna be enough. Like, he already has to go back, he's blinking back, but look at the birds, look at all the damage coming out of them, and well, they have to go back, but DDX, oh, where are you going, my friend? Nice Dagon, but that Death Prophet is still alive. I can't believe it. DDX, is he to die? Yes, he will definitely die, but Ned has to pay for it. The question is there anything more to come? Because 40R, oh well, now he's slow, there's not really anything he can do, and those birds, those goddamn birds, now the Ancient Apparition is the next one, and fullback just came back to this fight, but unfortunately there's nothing else he can do. Whoa, ADR really wants that tower, he's just going into it, and he goes for whatever he can do, but he's gonna pay for it. Look at this Mortar.
Down, the birds are going to come in. Baga's still alive as he's going to get the Burrow Strike onto fullback. The Ghost Scepter once again being such a thorn in the Drow Ranger's side, but does she even care about this Earthshaker? He already used his payload and therefore she does not care. Teleportation back in from the bot back Razor. ADR now getting a chain stun, doesn't have a BKB. This is going to be the death of the Drow. Let's see if she can get anything before she dies. She'll secure the melee Raxes along with the Familiars, and that's a decisive push from Pain. They use the Aegis in that. They use a whole bunch of deaths, and they force the buyback from Puck and the Razor in the end. All in all, that's very much so worth it, even though Isurus do collect. In the end, the Raxes are down, and as long as Pain don't lose any Raxes in the crackback, then they're going to be feeling so comfortable within the next 5-10 minutes of the game.
They have 2 buybacks, the Viper, which isn't dead, and the Drow, so everybody is alive, and the Drow has buyback. Like, there's no way Isurus can really crack back on this one.
Yeah, unfortunately for them. The fact that the Phantom Assassin only has a 5-second BKB is going to be crippling for her. I mean, the only thing that she really has to do, as I said before, is stick on her target. it's hard when you're dealing with Grave Chill, Burrow Strikes, and Viper Strike, which is being pretty much spammed out. And if she doesn't have BKB to escape that, then I don't know what she could do. Razor's going to get picked off potentially here right now. The BKB is out on him. That's an 8-second being forced purely defensively. And that's a nice little pickup from Pain. Not going to be reflected in the golden experience charts for sure, but the fact that they have to worry about less magic immunity down the line is going to be them playing more aggressively. However, they should wait for their Jar Ranger before they do anything.
Yep, it's not really working out. Isurus is losing more and more ground. I mean, mid-Rex is always okay-ish because it's the lane you can defend the easiest, but still, it is Rex down, and that's always more pressure on you. And oh, fullback, what are you doing here? He's on a warding mission, but he's gonna pay for it, or is he? Now with the BKB and the Exorcism, that's so much there. Even Silence, he doesn't even get a spell off before he dies, and even DDX. I mean, Ghost Scepter, he's gonna help him, but silenced. Oh, he's still alive, but I think there's an urn on him, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the urn is gonna tick him off. That's an easy 2 pick off, and he didn't even succeed with his mission. The ward never came off, and they're gonna hunt down that Phantom Assassin, it seems. At least ADR wants to, but they're gonna settle with the tier 2 tower here, I guess.
Puck and Shaker both do not have buyback. Shaker's going to respawn by the time anything really dangerous happens for Isurus, so that's not going to be a huge issue, but a minute where the Puck is down is a minute where this tower is, tier 2 tower, is almost certainly going to drop. A lot of damage will be thrown to the tier 3 as well. I don't know if it's enough in order to kill it off, but it'll still be a lot of damage. King RD is going to get jumped upon by Dulce. He uses Yule Scepter onto Nidera thinking he would get that kill, but he was very, very wrong. That's a free kill on the Death Prophet, the tankiest hero for Pain down, and suddenly this push doesn't look so appealing anymore. The BKB was not used by the Phantom Assassin, so everyone from Pain, they have to back off. They lose way too much for free there, as Death Prophet is so essential for Pain's pushing and for their fighting in general.
Yep, but with those birds and everything, that's the funny part, and that's where this combo comes in. Those birds are doing so much damage, you will see it in just a second. Look, are they going for the tower? No, they're just gonna be used now to clean up. He's even CSing with it properly. He gets all CS out of this. And those birds, even not with full charges and not the aura activated, but look how much damage they do. That's just nuts. He can even restore them right now and go for more. They don't need to be present wherever creeps are just getting close to objective,
but they're going to. Epicenter in onto DDX. He's going to mess up the Burrow Strike, though. Baga, that's the second time in a row he fucked up, and now he's going to be punished. The coil is dropped, and Ned is there to potentially support his Sand King, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. DDX dropping very low to creeps, and it looks like he will survive for now as Baga gets sniped by the Ancient Apparition. Ned now going to be the target of focus. Echo Slam being used, but the Familiar summon and annihilate the Earthshaker, and then Visage slowly but calmly teleporting out. Ancient Apparition with a lot of damage, though. Chilling Touch not even used. It's going to be Visage going down. I don't know how Visage took that much damage with the Assault Cuirass. I thought he was going to survive.
No, he had the... he shattered.
Oh, the Shatter, right.
Yeah, that was the Shatter, I think. Yeah, he was under the effect of Shatter. So you just didn't see it because he is so icy, spicy himself. That's pretty much the only reason. But, okay, it's a gem at least conquered. I guess that makes it sort of worth it. Still, DDX dying, the Earthshaker dying for it. It's just incredible. Those familiars, all 3 of them, they just ouch. He didn't even manage to get that Ghost Scepter off. I think he could have used the Ghost Scepter if I'm not mistaken. Oh look, there's a go on King the RD, but 40R is already coming in, and now the question is, does he have enough? Buying some time with the Yule Scepter, trying to blink away. The question is, when does the Blink Dagger come off? ADR? No, he doesn't want to continue because there is an Ice Blast. Actually, the Ice Blast, it unfortunately didn't hit King RD. That might have been interesting because we have Arcanum Scepter here. But
I don't think it would have been a death sentence, but it is going to be them fighting away from the Phantom Assassin, as the MKB is going to guarantee ADR's damage as long as he is at an arm's length from the Phantom Assassin, and that is exactly what happened up on the top lane. So everyone gets to survive, but the Familiars, as you keep on mentioning, going down to the bottom lane and just doing work. I mean, they do about 100 damage a pop if they have any sort of decent damage charges on them, and then that's even without the Precision Aura on the Drow active, so these Familiars are doing so much damage and are capable of backdooring. Like, if they just keep chilling down in this bottom lane, it's potentially a lot of lost damage if Pain get into a fight elsewhere, but if they take a tier 3, I mean, that's extremely feasible. If they take Raxes, range Rax is feasible as well, and actually, Echo Slam onto Baga, mostly going to miss, and he's going to dodge the Frost Blast as well. That was a lot of commitment for only a Sand King. Now Nidara's going to hit with the Viper Strike, taking quite a bit of damage from this Viper, although I don't think it's going to be lethal. He's still going to get dropped pretty low and forces the mech out from the team. Now the chase forward. ADR is going to go straight for Dulce. He's going to turn around and try to command fight up against this Drow, but the Drow is not taking that much damage. Dulce is not doing enough. Now finally ADR is forced to run as he's getting his damage stolen. He's going to be dropped. That's a lot of damage less from Pain, but the Exorcism is still going to work onto everyone. The Phantom Assassin is going to be the trade, and Pepita is going to run straight into an epicenter. He's going to try to deny himself, I guess, to the Ancient, but that's 3 down in favor of Pain, only losing 1. I think this is about time for Drow Ranger to buy back. Baga is going to try to go for Nadara, who's going to actually go down in the end as he was holding the gem, so Sandstorm will not help him. Isurus, they have a buyback on the Phantom Assassin. Drow Ranger has bought back, and she will purchase travels and go straight towards the mid lane. Do they really want to just end the game right here? I don't know if they have enough to do this, although with familiar damage, is the aura active? Yes, it is, and ADR doing quite a bit of damage as long as he keeps himself safe from DDX. He's going to go straight for the next tier 4. DDX going to get chain stun. Is he going to go down? He does not have a buyback. No, yes, he does have a buyback. Dulce coming in from the back end. He's going to try to go for ADR, but he's not doing enough damage right now, and he's going to be brought down. That Phantom Assassin does not have a buyback, and now the Raxes are exposed.
GG.
This is it. GG. We have a winner.
This is the winner. I can't even believe it. This was very anticlimactic because it all started with the Echo Slam being used on a single Baga SK. That was the whole thing. They just wanted a fast and clean kill, but a nice 4-stuff usage and then an awesome turnaround. Buybacks, no use, and not available on some heroes. That's it. 3-0 for Pain Gaming. Isurus, I have no idea how they actually lost this game, because the start, if you show anyone out there the first 20 minutes, they would have said, no problem, Isurus won this, especially with the farm on the PA. But in the end, Pain Gaming, well, very routine, experienced, the old C&B lineup here, -1 actually, they did it. And guys, that's the end of the BGC. We have a winner, Pain Gaming, a lot of money to you, and this is also the end of this actually great event. The delays were horrible, I have to say it, I have to emphasize it again, but the games were good, and I definitely enjoyed it. Pain Gaming, not a single game lost in this tournament, 100% deserved. I had fun, Mike had fun, Coucher, Grandis, all the casters here of HeflaTV, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you really enjoyed it, of course, follow our channels here, HeflaTV 1 as well as HeflaTV 2. There are channels on other platforms as well, which I don't want to promote here right now on a Twitch stream, but yeah, there will be more tournaments, and of course, if you want to know what's coming up from us, then just follow us on Twitter and Facebook, as well as Reddit. I always keep a post up there as well, what's next. And that's pretty much it. So thanks for supporting us. At least we had a lot of fun on this event, and I hope this event is coming back. Bigger, more prize pool, and paid casters. Huh?
And more on time.
And more on time, yeah. I hope the organization there is straight. Either way, guys, so thanks for watching, and have a nice night, afternoon, evening, whatever time zone you're in. I really hope you enjoyed it. See ya, guys.
GG, guys. Later.